map pick, and of course, if you missed it, a star-studded performance from Shadownet in that last map, 13-3, able to take Bind, one of their storied maps. I'm able to take it off of Bliss, revered top 4 team in the country, and a little bit maybe on tilt right now. And you don't want to see this from a team that, of course, Bliss, they're going into stage 2 finals tomorrow. This is not what you want to see from them. Dink shot on Toronsky. Able to pick up the ult salt. He's going to be healing himself up with the hot hands. He's going to keep himself nice and healthy. For the moment, it's a little bit the default long take for the side of Bliss, but Shadownet gonna be backing off. Gonna be giving it the space over Calamari. He's going for the peek. He heard a footstep. He hears an our drone. Recon. Smokes go up. And Calamari is now completely surrounded on all sides. Has been pinged on the our drone. Isn't going to be found though. Dart comes out. Doesn't actually ping him for the moment. Calamari's gone completely uncontested. Able to find the first. They got the spike down, but now they're going to have to pay for the post plant. Calamari looking to find another shot maybe through that window. As all the players on Bliss gather around this lower mid. They've taken a few Shadownet players low. Line up 2 shots. And they've lined them up plenty. Vesta now to try and find these last few. Ducks himself around the smoke. Needs to be cautious. It's going to be Major to play with it. 3 on the board for Major. First going over to Bliss here in the pistol. First round of Bliss means guns on the board. Spectres, ghosts, everything else they could want. Bliss a bit of a story team on a map like Haven. It's been a dicey pick for them, but still a comfort one nevertheless. Our drone to come out. Vesta just looking for this headshot. You can see the dot crosshair being put into work. Jax, oh, there it is. We were waiting for it. Delivers, all eyes on Vesta. Gets himself out. The overheal. Jax found another over at long. Jax really likes looking at his teammates. You can sense maybe a ton of camaraderie here. If you don't know Shadownet, one of the most, I guess, storied teams in terms of the, I'm trying to think of the word, rosters. Yes, a roster that's been around for quite a while. Shadownet maintained a core of 3 for the longest time. You can see, same with Bliss. They've been a team for months. Fun crew before this.
30 seconds left.
Storied team versus storied team. Now looking to go for this aid's sake. Barky with low HP, trying to sneak in. Got Sarah up on top of heaven. He's going to put out the start. He's going to look to put it down. Dart being held out by Easy.
Obscuring vision.
He's going to toss the smoke. Obscure the vision at short. He needs to deal still with his player in default. Vesta trying to sneak up. They have members here for Shadownet. They just don't quite have the HP bars. They don't quite have the take on in. Easy finds 3. Easy finds 4. Let the bodies hit the floor. Eco taken by Bliss. Second on their board. Start off this second map. And for the moment, what that means, Shadownet now have a bye. Bliss
Jet, fly safe.
have a bit of a comfortable bye themselves. Calamari telling Bucky to fly safe, but I don't think Bucky rolls that way. Smoke, recon, gonna be immediately destroyed. Calamari a little bit of an overzealous peek. And Dolcera Gonna pull up the gravity while he's gonna be pulled himself towards the back of sight. Wraps around, tries to hold on for the moment. Ronsky peppers bullets into spawn. Baki just waiting his moment to pounce. Vesta still has to be cautious. There's still 2 down towards lower middle. Does he expect to see a second? Vesta gonna be wallbanged. Spike goes down here for Bliss. Easy takes another shot. Jax comes out from spawn. He's now 1v3. Ronsky, beautiful flash, beautiful curveball. Third round for Bliss. Now on the board. Very well played. Take there to the C site. Not really much Shadownet could do there. Scene for the moment. Tension's high. Bliss on their map pick now appear to be back on it. Be reinvigorated. Freshness back to the Cypher. One of the more filthy sentinels in the league. Speak about Norson very highly. One of the players who's, you know, unfortunately departed our Autumn Cup. Still a god in my eyes. Jax as well. There's so many filthy sentinel players here that have played in Legends, whether it be last season or this season. Now drone gonna go out. Gonna ping Deltero. Baki just gonna wait so very cautiously. Dart goes back aside. Deltero can hear it. He knows he's gonna be able to react. 2 up through long, but no one gonna check short. Baki able to take the first. He's looking for the second. Dell's been taken out in the back of sight already. The spike will go down. Jax looking for a wall bang. It's quite a hefty box though. Ronsky gonna be peeking into spawn. Fresh. Sorry, Vesta trades that kill on Ronsky. 2v3. And still going for this retake. Out of charges. No Leah available for Vesta. Just gonna have to take the fight. So, oh my god, Major. That's clean. Very nicely played. 4 down on the board for Bliss. We might be going to our third map. Bliss continue this in this half. It's gonna be quite a disastrous, and you know, Shadownet though, it's still early days. I'm speaking way far ahead. Going to be back to a buy. Ultimate available for Vesta. 2 away from, oh, sorry, 3 away from the Cosmic Divide, and 1 away from Knives, 1 away from Lockdown, and 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. A heavy C stack going into this round. Hunter's Fury gonna come out. Vesta gonna try and use his blue suede shoes. He's gonna dodge it. Get the third person perspective from that. Run it back. Ronsky. The wide flash. He's gonna take out Vesta. Calamari gonna be sucked. Gravity World to his death. Baki gonna go for the peak. Gonna find the first. Looking for the second. Dash forward actually. Doesn't know that Major's behind him. Spike down at C. And Deltero 1v3. Major up on top of the high box. Spike goes down. Deltero finds the first. He hears the second drop down. He's trying to isolate duels though. Fresh just as clean as they come with his haircuts. 5 rounds now on the board for Bliss. And now it's going to be a timeout. You can see Coach Seraph in the server calling for it. Bliss a little bit very ready. You can see Bliss, they're not expecting a pause. I don't think they've seen the grade out. Jungle's giving his props. Fancy. So does Freshest. They're, you know, still having fun with it. Shadownet. They have ultimates now available for 4 out of the 5 members. They don't have to buy in this one. It's a call of a tactical variety. Of course, no technicals. It's the power of a coach, I guess. This is also, you know, a common feature in the game now. I believe you're only allowed to call 1 or 2 tacticals, 1.5. Not quite the rule book. Rosa, if you're in here, feel free to keep us updated. But of course, we look at the scoreboards here. Major with a duelist swap up has been very pivotal in paving the way for Bliss. The barriers are invisible, but they're still there. The buy phase is still on. It's a bit of a bug. Yeah, this is still a bit of an issue. But of course, it doesn't actually give anyone any sort of, I guess, info. Dart goes out. Mage looking for the push on the middle. Baki and Vest are going to be falling back. As he said, 4 out of the 5 ultimates available. Calamari. Trying to be cautious, but they're going up through shorts here. Ronsky flashes himself in. Oh my god, Deltero nails one. There's the high line. Vesta on the low angle. That's gun picked up. Give it over to a different player maybe, because Baki's popped knives. Tosses it to Vesta. They've taken Shax over at C. That's all the util down at the C site here. Side of Shadownet. Still got knives in play. Deltero close to this smoke. He knows it too. There's a dart to come out. He goes for the peekaboo through. Empress was popped by Vesta. He just wants a kill. He just wants something right now. Firing off his shots. Gonna be wallbang by by Fresh. Just Calamari takes another. They're playing together. Neural Theft knows exactly where Shadownet are. Just to secure it. Fresh just needs to know the info. Just needs to know the play. Empress now gonna time out. Wallbang shots to the box. Calamari gonna be dropped. Investor on the walk out here. 6 and 0 here for Bliss. A statement answer back into this map. Fresh is just holding for a lurk player. Fresh is taken. Vesta finds another, but Bliss find another round. 6 straight on their attack side to kick off Haven, and well, this is the way the cookie crumbles if you're Shadownet. It was a tactical pause called in the last round. Looking for this one. They've given Baki the operator to work with. Maybe just need to unshackle him a bit. He's come into this last game, the second game, sorry, bit cold. He was hot, he was warm, he was all over it in that last map. Now drone comes out. Peek spotted though. Baki doesn't even buy the Aldrone any bit of his time. Gonna be finding Ronsky. Shock dart comes in. Shax needs to be careful. Turret is gonna be destroyed. Wallbang shot. Alarm bot triggered. Mage is on the walk up and Shax is on the walk out. Doesn't want to deal with anything at the side of Shadownet. Bliss are thrown his way. Spike goes down. It's in the corner this time. It's not a default plant. Shax, he's got ultimate to use. And push comes to shove. It's the first kill though from Easy on the flank line. Oh, he finds the first. Doesn't quite find Vesta though. Cosmic Divide. Gonna go up. The world is now divided though. There's a peek coming in second. Major is playing for the time. The Cosmic Divide goes up. Baki finds another. Now it's time to Freshest 1v1 against both of Baki and Vesta. And Freshest, the sharpest tool in the shed, will chop them to pieces with his axe saw. 7 and 0. Bliss continue this streak of form in this second map. You can tell why they picked Haven. Shadownet, they did their research on Bind, but there's only so much research you can do. Naturally skilled Freshest with a huge clutch. Keeps the lead going. Now drone on Baki is actually going to take out Freshest to start that round off. For the moment, time it's in the hands of Bliss. Positioning gonna be given up. Pings Hunter's Fury. It's actually going to be coming out. Ronski's in the C site. Covered completely by that Hunter's Fury. Now the approach through the smoke. Ronski just has to flash himself up though. Oh my god, Baki and Mage are going to take out Shax. Investor on the hunt. And Mage is able to get himself out to safety. A lot of shots going into that smoke, and I'm very scared if you're a side of Shadownet. There's 4v3. There's a player on the lurk, though. Easy. Gonna be held by Calamari. Well timed, well played. Hunter's Fury now from Calamari. Sinks it, Vesta steals it. Now it's up to Jungle. 1v4, known for his clutch prowess. You didn't get to see it on display in that last game. Not gonna display it this one, though. Vesta finds the first round on the board, finally, for Shadownet. Still, to the credit of Bliss, they've got a ton of money to work with going into the later stage of this half. It's going to need to be 5 straight from Shadownet to answer. After what we saw in that last game, we didn't expect this kind of Shadownet to show up in this second map. See, ultimates available for the side of Shadownet, one available for the side of Bliss. There's not really much else to say other than Bliss is really playing this second map for keeps. They're enraged after that first one. They'll, oh, bit of a cheeky little peekaboo. He's gonna grab his stars back. He needs them for A. Smoked off. They have the lockdown. But they're gonna pounce here. It's a 5v5 retake. They've given up A site completely.
Right there. Spike planted.
I haven't seen too many crazy retakes come in. It's going to be the defender's sided Killjoy ultimate put into play. It's Shax to place that one down. Major to find one before they even have to fall back. They're all tucked in the corner. This is beautifully set up. Swarm goes out and forces them forward into the detain. The Cosmic, they'll buy it up. Here for the side of Bliss, though. It's Vesta and Calamari to fight the good fight, and they're not going to win it. So well held. They're from the side of Bliss. I thought funneling him into that corner might have been where Shadownet could try and play it. But the Cosmic Divide comes up at the right time. Jungle covers the right angle. 8 on the board for Bliss. I have to say, it's been a bit of a quiet game from Shadownet now. We saw them with a ton of aggressive potential. Knives are ready from Baki. Oh my god. See, this is why you pan your camera to him. Baki never really lets up. Run it back. Now to A. Gravity well. And concussion, it's potentially going to be used by Delterra. He's going to take his star back for the post plant. Mate. Going to plant gravity well. We're going to pull a few players. Is going to be wallbanged by Ronski. They're setting up for this retake. Baki goes with a double updraft. And now you can see what that means. That's that Shadownet's retake potential in a little bit more of a favored skewer. It's going to be up to the 3 remaining members of Bliss to hold it down. Ronski with a beautiful flash, though. Beautiful kills coming from Shadownet. Freshest. No 1v3 this time. No 1v2. It's Shadownet do what they do. And they retake that A site. That was a very nicely played around there from Baki. You can see the double updraft catching off the player on default. Bliss weren't expecting that one. Thinking a little bit too hard. Shadownet finally find themselves a second. Bliss still with 8 though, and still not really too much of an answer. It's a nice round. Say the retake was very well played, but Bliss, they're still looking very hot right now, and it's to the credit of Major. 8, 15, and 6. We normally see this man on the likes of Reyna. We've seen him on Sage actually on this map. Never Jet. Never seen him dabble in the Jet, but Bliss, they seem to be dabbling in a composition swap. Though Baki Doubles and going aggressive towards middle. Smokes up, gets himself to safety. And Deltero just on the long waits. Over towards middle, go the side of Bliss. Ronsky, the approach shot. Blaze goes in. Curveball looking to be used. Needs to find his first kill on a Bucky. It's traded by Freshest. He knows exactly now where Shadownet are trying to play. Spike will go down in the front of the site. It's to the right of it. Probably not where they want to go for this plant, but they'll go for it anyway. 3v4 in this retake. Shadownet have the numbers, but do they have the shots? Gravity well to pull Freshest in. That's very well timed from Deltero. They have to be cautious. Easy. Oh, he's got the wall. Oh, this is beautifully planted. He's just playing for the wallbang. Shot comes in. Deltero is able to avoid it. The wallbang comes in. It's a revenge wallbang. Deltero's sticking the spike. Shax goes for the long play. A valiant call from Bliss there. You can see they're doing their homework. That wallbang from A short, not going to pay off. Bliss going to be dropping that round. Shadownet's 3 now on the board. Calamari didn't expect that one. I've seen it before. I do my info. And now it's the last round of the half. Shadownet. All they could really ask for is 4. It's on their wish list. But Bliss, we're gonna be the Grinch of Christmas. Want to steal their hopes and dreams away and go to a third map. Plus, if you missed the vetoes, Split gonna be out of side up. Operator out for Barky. Looking for a long peek. There's a few gonna be peeking him. He's gonna toss up the Cloudburst. He's able to just get out and just get himself to safety. Shock Dart comes into the back. And Barky trades his gun out. Operator down on the floor for anyone to pick up. Ronsky sends it with the ultimate. Master able to overheal himself back fully. Barky wasn't sure where his operator was. Had to get it pinged. Peek now comes in. Vesta spots one of them on short. He can't quite find the shots. He knows there's another in graffiti. Vesta's so smart with his play. He knows what angles to peek. Dart comes out. Doesn't actually land onto graffiti. Calamari just to swing the site completely. Find 2. They're now in a 1v2. Jungle in the corner. Jungle in the smoke. And no way the side of Shadownet retaked that. It's going to be 9 to 3.5. Bliss with a statement first half in this second map after Shadownet made a statement first game. Might be looking to go split if Shadownet can't find this pistol and they can't find anything after that. Really, 2 rounds is all Shadownet have. If we think logistically, Bliss take this round. They take the eco. We go for a rifle. Rifle stolen away. Another eco. Oh, it's logistically actually 1 round. If Bliss were to win this pistol. Done my calculations wrong. It's 13, it's not 14. Shadownet back to now this attack side. Dash immediately through the wire and plant the spike immediately on the site. It's immediately found a few kills. Vesta, we're gonna take the fight. Spike has been tapped here. Vesta, a little bit of a world of his own. Storm grenade goes out. Deltero trying to fight this fight. Flash comes out. Deltero taking extremely low. Is gonna find the kill. The swarm not gonna be going off. Not gonna detonate here. And Bliss are gonna be taking themselves 10 now on the board. And we can see it on the scoreboard. We can see it in the play. Major. A very impressive game from him overall. 16-8. Easy as well. Very sharp game from him. 10-7. The unkillable. That's what we used to call Calamari, but He's having a rough game right now. He's having a rough second map, as are Shadownet overall. Bliss. Are they going to be staring down a force buy here from Shadownet? They were able to get the spike down, so you can't really fault them. Major. A deep push through long. Shock dart to come out. But the question is, do they check Major here? And the approach through lobby. Vesta found one over at B. Oh my god, Major lines up for 3. Deltero able to shut it down before it becomes a little bit more than what it should be. Vesta able to answer Mac on easy. Picks up a Spectre. Fresh just goes to the peak. Fresh just takes some pot shots. Freshest, unfortunately, won't be finding that kill though. It's gonna be the 2v2. There's a camera hired C. He's gonna be spotting Deltero.
Wow, my eyes are down.
He actually baits jump up. Here, Vesta.
30 seconds left.
Actually gonna be going for the jump up. He just needs to tuck himself deep. Stars extremely available here for Deltero. Oh, he's gonna be met at long though. He's able to pull out his Spectre and win it against Jungle. Now the walk to sight. It's the walk of shame almost. Deltero, there's no way he gets away with that kill. Had his knife out and everything. Gravity well on to the spike. Concussion to Vesta with the walk up. He's going to be finding it. Vesta with 3 in the round and a much needed one from Shadownet there. They take the second off of Bliss. And again, a quick shout to our sponsors. I'm starting to lose my way of talking. Quick shout to our sponsors: Vodafone, LG OLED, and LG Ultra Gear. Of course, you want to check out all of LG's deals on their OLED TVs and their Ultra Gear monitors. You know, life's good with an LG monitor or an LG OLED TV. You can go to lg.com/NZ. Check it all out. Back into the round we go. Smoke goes up from Barky. Bit of an aggressive push here. They're only on pistols for the side of Bliss. If they can steal away a gun, they potentially start to make it a little bit dicey. You know, Barky going for peeks, trying to isolate. Find him. Deltero will be finding it. Ronsky. And a bit of a deep peek towards B-Long. Dash forward now into the site. Barky on his running man speed. Calamari to take out Fresh just as well. It's going to be around taken, potentially, if,
Spike planted.
you know. Can't say never, though. Ronsky, he's pulled off some sick plays in the past. Shadownet, they have all of the post plant to work with. They've got the swarms. They haven't actually put the swarms down. They don't need them, it would seem. Calamari gonna catch it. Jax gonna say he's parting goodbyes. Air horn goes off. Jax is feeling exuberant. He's feeling reinvigorated, going now into what potentially feels like a Shadownet turn of events. Bliss, they're gonna have to steal away this round, really lock the door on Shadownet, but it's up in the air at the moment. Ultimate available for Barky. Ultimate's available for Major and Easy. You can see Deltero went away from the Cosmic Divide to the setup. Gonna be over towards A. Gravity Well comes out. Double updraft might be put into play by Barky. Hunter's Fury comes out from Easy. Both Calamari and Barky gonna be dodging it. Both updrafts. They have to be expended there, unfortunately. But if you're Bliss, that means good things. Both updrafts on the Jet gone means, you know, less likely to take favorable engagements, less likely to take a forward position easy. Taking a forward position on a Chax trying to walk out through long. Our drone comes out. Gun swapped out by Calamari. Knives from Baki. We missed it. Dash away. Has a Spectre to work with. Calamari stole the gun. Mester on the lurk up through middle. Delterra on the lurk up through long. This is a bit of an interesting split play from the side of Shadownet. Trying to keep Bliss guessing, and you can see they rotated everyone over to A, but it might be C. It even might be B. Vesta's taken one towards the back right. Baki up through the window he goes. It's definitely going to be C. Already called on the cards. Shock dart from Calamari takes out Freshest, but they're going to have to deal with Ronski. Backside easy takes out Baki. Ronski going to be taken out by Deltero. Now he's hunting for more. Vesta is feeling reinvigorated. He is feeling also spicy right now. 13-3 in that last map. Comes to the credit of Vesta, Baki, and Jax. Not to take away from Cal and Del. It's a team game after all, and well, it's a team game in this one. Round it stolen away again for Shadownet. It's 3 in a row on the side swap. Their attack a little bit better than their defense in terms of the numbers. And it's going to be a 6-10 scoreline. Bliss and Eco. Knives pulled by Major. Deltero already taking out Ronski towards long. Any kills? Oh, they know it. Calamari's just too smart for him. Major, lucky to get out. Easy. Oh my god. He finds one on the Jax on the lurk. Does Baki expect him? Here's the footsteps. He answers completely. Can't be too cautious though if you're Shadownet. Side of Bliss. Really like to take these engagements, and I have to say, easy. It's been taking them well the last few rounds. Bit of warning towards C. But we might be going back towards A. Knives out for Major. The approach to lobby here. Major. Just gonna need one right click. And a second. Just gonna need one good push. He's gonna find a second. Deltero take it. Oh my god, he goes madness for the third. Major. That's why you put him on the jet.
30 seconds
That's
left.
why you put him on a duelist. Bit of a crazy number. Baki now on V2. Does have the spike to work with. Re-inject things here from Major. It's going to be up to Baki. He's going to plant the spike towards the Link side. Baki's just going to play in spawn. Bit of an interesting plant. He's going to have to isolate these duels. He doesn't know where either player is. He heard the cage go up. But he's still so cautious of A. Cage goes down. Baki now to set up. Just needs to find the lineup. Spike is being pinged. The wall goes down. Finds the first, dashes out. Now Jungle has to play with the time. Plays with a ping, and Baki plays with his aim. He saw it big in the last game. He's back now to this one. Welcome back to the server, Baki. A 4K takes another on the board for Shadownet. Someone check this man's goddamn PC. Baki's on one this evening. It's in... He's not even nervous. You can see how comfortably he played that. He heard the cage go up. He heard the spike go tap. But he just played for the time. He waited for the cage to go down. He took the fight. He took out Freshest. And then isolates the 1v1 against Jungle. Favorable engagements. Favorable play. Shadownet. They're mental rock solid at the moment. Not even a 9-3 half can phase them. Ronski trying to phase them with that run it back. It will be phased out. Deltera on the approach. It's a hefty amount of C presence here for Bliss. They are very scared. The side of Shadownet, they're looking to approach it. So this might have been a smart call for Bliss for the over-rotate. Oh my god. A double shock dart from Calamari. Now gonna send out the recon. It's gonna be the Hunter's Fury. popped by Calamari, though. It's Baki to approach. They're still a little bit slow on this one. Hunter's Fury takes out Freshest. Cosmic Divide goes up. They're gonna have to deal with Major. On the other side, that smoke, he peeks out, he dashes out. Gravity Well up top. Now he has to deal with Calamari. Spike is dropped. One more player to deal with. Deltero taken. Finally 11 on the board for Bliss. After such a bit of a resurgence from Shadownet. And we look at the kill board. We look at the scores. You can see Bliss very eager to hold down that C site.
Right here.
You can see Major 24 kills now on the board. Though Shadownet, they still have money to buy. Hunter's Fury now being popped this time by Bliss. Not gonna find anyone. They're gonna tag up Deltero to half. Major sent it all the way through sewer. He's holding this line, and they've let Baki walk up through long. This is a bit of a trade for trade. Baki will take out Ronsky, and that now thinks Shadownet think A's clear. Do they check the corner? No, he's not gonna check it. Calamari, that spike, man's a Major. That's not the one you want to give it up to. Mester over in middle. Baki. Oh, his footsteps have been heard. Jungle knows it. He's turned his tail. He's turned his head. It's a crucial duel to find for Baki. Crucial duel to find for Shadownet. They secure themselves a spike. Jungle in hot pursuit. Now on the flank. Major. It's Jungle and Freshest. Now it's just going to be Jungle. The long con. Alarm bot triggered. Vulnerable is Jungle. Goes towards the suicide. Peek comes in from Baki. He's going to be taken out. Spike goes down from Shadownet. A 1v3. Jungle. Very prominent clutch player here. He's taken many rounds. He's taken many games. All in his hands alone on the clutch. Walk up. Star. Here. Walk in. Peek. Vesta. Taken out. Timing favors the side of Shadownet. They just need to hold it. Shots come out. Swarm takes Jungle extremely low. Down to 14 points of HP. Jungle gonna be shot by the turret. Alerted once more. Jax just waits to hear the defuse. Concussion comes out. Deltero loses his mind going for the peak. Timing favors Jax. He's gonna be able to get out. Jungle not so much. Round goes to Shadownet, but stolen away guns there. Bliss steal away so many guns from the side of Shadownet, forcing them to buy and reinvest into this one. 8 to 11. Shadownet still on the slow road of recovery. After a 9-3 half, they found themselves face to face with a 4-round lead in the next one. Are able to secure that one as well. Ultimate's now available for Baki Vesta. To the ultimates of Jungle Freshest. Push deep mid here. Eco Force in play. Calamari needs to be careful. He's going to be taken out by the Spectre. Close range. Jax now needs to be a little bit more cautious himself. Able to find a first. Trades it back.
Bot coming back. Bot coming back.
Bot's being recalled. Spike in the hands of Shadownet. They see Easy with a gun now. He's picked up Calamari as though Jax finds the shots. And Baki has the knives again to play with. That's all his abilities. Stars go up. Low HP bars here. You'd almost feel Shadownet need a Sage or a Sky at this rate. Alarm bot. Ronsky just on the other end of that smoke. Flash curveball in. Ronsky's pushing far forward. He hasn't even needed the run it back. He's just going to take one immediately. Baki now the right click, the left click knives. He's being pushed by Ronsky, and you should run. Jax pops up the ultimate. Double swarm. Ronsky goes for the push onto the ultimate. Major now to take it. Jump peek comes in. It's her, the lockdown. Empress, Spike, and Shadownet. Vesta holds the cross. 9 now on the board for Shadownet. Such a crucial round then. Almost again from the side of Bliss. It's a little bit more interesting now. Bliss, they're back to a bye. Shadownet on the comeback of a century, on the comeback of a lifetime. Still looking for that 2-0. Bliss are just looking to take it to a third map. Double push down long from Easy and Ronsky. Deltero currently in the star form, currently in astral form, just putting stars across the map. He hasn't placed them down yet. Wants to keep Bliss guessing. Oh. Doesn't want to be found. Ronsky opts to run it back. You can see how much Bliss have done their knowledge, how much they've done their research. Dash forward. It's mirrored by Baki, though. It's taken by Shax. Gravity well comes. Baki tries to hold it. They haven't checked Ronsky up on top, though, on the box. He's going to take all three. Ronsky. Not even in this lifetime. Shadownet were too cautious of the logs player. That's match point secured by Bliss. And we might be going to split here. And what better way to close it than Ronsky? Most crucial of positioning. It's now match point for Bliss. Shadownet are going to need 3 rounds to take us to overtime.
That goes there.
Stay in this game.
This goes here.
Bliss, not as convincing as they probably would have liked this second map to be. They're going to have to deal with it all the same. Vesta might be looking to combat Mage up on top of this high angle. Shot peekaboo. Ronsky continues to go deep. Rated by Jax. Took out Baki. They still have the stars available for Deltero. He's going to plant them over at A. No one's going to be checking though. Ensua Easy looking for it, and they're going to ensue on his position in just a second. Gravity well comes out. Major going to take a cheeky little pick on the Calamari, though they take out Easy as they try and plant the spike. Shax gonna put the bomb bot up. He's going to be caught on the timing. Deltero though able to find 2. Now it's a 1v1. It's Deltero v Freshest. Shots pre-fire to come out. Freshest wraps the right side. Deltero peek in the left, peek in the right. Freshest with all his might will take us to our third map. Bliss